Hi there, thanks for joining us. Tonight, your time is precious, so we really appreciate the fact that you took your time out to be with us and hear what we have to offer you tonight. So thank you, first of all, and most importantly. So I am Chrissy Shed from Team Exotica. I am the team leader of Team Exotica, and I have been with this company for, it'll be 12 years in February. 12 fabulous, wonderful years of my life. So I absolutely adore everything about this company. And the first thing I want to tell you about is that we are all a team here. Not necessarily just on this on this page here that we're doing. Because Belinda, that you heard speak earlier, yes, she is on my team. But Sarah and Lauren are on completely different lineages than I am, but that does not matter at Athena's. We all work together. We support one another in everything that we do. We help one another when they need help. If somebody is down or confused or frustrated or anything, personal life, business, we are there and we help build each other up. It truly is a family away from home, which I think is my favorite part of this company. Also, successes, because you'll have many here. When you succeed, no matter when if it's your first sale or if you have your first $1,000 party, we all celebrate together. There are so many ways here to connect and be. So I absolutely adore that. I have definitely made my best friends here at Athena's. I was actually speaking to my husband the other night, and I stopped and I thought, and I said, do you know what, babe? I said, everybody that we hang out with, that we call friend at this point in our lives, is from Athena's in one way or the other. Isn't that incredible? You know, we still have friends from high school or our past, and but the people that we call best friend and our closest confidants have definitely come from Athena's. So my husband has made really great friends too. So if you have a partner, they can absolutely be a piece of this and be supportive with you and not have to necessarily join, but still be a piece of this family. So if your partner is wondering, well, I don't know what to expect, because we get that a lot. I don't know what to expect. It's a sex toy company. It's so much more than that, okay? Yes, we sell sex toys because we empower people. Isn't it nice to feel empowered? We not only empower our goddesses and Adonai here at Athena's, but we empower our clients. We empower people in our lives, people that we meet. We literally touch them for the better, positively, okay? So yeah, sex toys, but we're taking the sleaze out of sex and keeping it sexy and okay to be who you are. We are sexual beings, and that's good and that's okay. And to bring in the confidence, the empowerment of ourselves, of our bodies, of our partners, and of our partnerships in life, whether it is a lover or a friend. That's what we do. That's kind of brilliant, isn't it? So why I started with Athena's. Many people ask, what's your why story? And your why story here will change all the time. When I started, I went to a show, and I was that girl at the party. I was the crazy, loud, having a blast. It was just for fun. And then my recruiter said, you do really good at this. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. But I'm like, screw it. I'll join. I'll do a party a month here and there. Right out of the gate, success. Boom. People want this product. I mean, and I have people when I go to shows all the time say, wow, the sales were what? Oh my goodness, I had so-and-so type of party and my sales weren't even a half of that or a quarter of that. Sex sells, yes, but our bath and body products sell just as much, if not more. All of our products are made in the US. Yay for American jobs. That's the first awesome thing about the backstory of Athena's there. So we are 18 years young, 19 years and counting. We are the youngest sex toy company, romance company in the nation, but we are by far one of the leading. And I think it's because of our customer service. We have hands down perfect customer service. So your support here will be completely backed all the time. The office, your upline, who is the person that invited you here tonight, will always be there for you. And the office is never an automated person. Ugh, who hates that? I do. It's actually people at the office who care about us and know who we are. Okay, so you'll have that support there. And so I started just for the fun. Let's go back to that. I started for the fun, and I was making a couple $100 extra once a month, and I was with my partner at this point, very newly. And then as time went on a little bit, we had our first child, and life changed a little bit. At this point, I was working 3 jobs. I was working full-time as a teacher, I was bartending, and I was DJing. So I was working about 80 hours a week. And then when I had him, I got to stay home with him for 3 months, right? I live in New Hampshire, so great state of New Hampshire gives you 3 months to the day. Well, 3 months in one day, I thought it would be great because he was going to go to the same school as me. He'd be in the conjoining room. I get to see him on my breaks. It was miserable. He was crying all day. I was crying all day. I went home and told my super frugal son of a banker husband that I was going to quit all my jobs and just do Athena's. How'd that go over? No. So I wrote that off, and shortly thereafter I got pregnant with my little girl. Found out on a Wednesday, went to school, gave my 2-week notice, called the bar, gave my 2-week notice, because at this point, daycare for 2 children while working in a school, ready for this, I did the numbers, and my director at the school said, in order to have 2 children going here and to work here 40 hours a week, you will need to pay $23.10. I was going to have to pay them to have my kids in daycare. Daycare is not cheap, right? So I quit. I called the bar and I quit, and I went home because I had a boss. And then as my husband walked in that night, I said, babe, we're pregnant. And he's like, yeah. And I had this baby running around in diapers, screaming baby and throwing shit. Keep it real for you. And in climax of celebration, I was like, yeah, and I quit my job. Shit. And I don't think he breathed for about 10 minutes. But I said to him, I'm like, just give me 6 weeks, babe. Give me 6 weeks. He goes, 6 weeks, that is it. He circled that shit on the calendar. He was very nervous, but he backed me up. He supported me. Hesitantly, but now he's my biggest support, of course, right? Sex toys? Not many complain about that. But yeah, so 6 weeks later, I tripled my income in a quarter of the time. That was almost 8 years ago. So I got to raise my kids up myself. I stayed home with my children. I know Sarah Miller that spoke earlier, that's her hashtag, to stay home with her kids. And you can do that if you have kids. Or if you don't want to stay home with them and you want them to go to daycare, you can pay for the bill with your Athena's money. So 8 years, that's a big time. I've been doing this by myself. I am my own boss. I make my own schedule. I don't do well with authority, so that's nice. And at this point, I've been the top seller for the past couple years. I've been the top recruiter for the past 4 years, and I have been most admired team leader for the past 2 years, which is the most amazing award, per se, that I could have been given. I'm blessed here at Athena's with the people that back us up. So you're coming into an amazing support, and I am so blessed to be able to speak to you about it tonight. And now, when I started off too, I was living in a trailer, in a 700 square foot trailer with 2 tiny little bedrooms. It was a single wide, but it did us well. But when I had my second child, it was very, very small, and I thought to myself, these guys deserve something better. So I worked a little harder, and I built this house. I built a 2-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with Athena's money. I paid for my Nissan Murano, which I love, with Athena's money. I bought my husband a Silverado this past year. That was a nice feeling. To be able to do for other people is a really nice feeling. And then we go on 2 trips a year. One, Athena's offers a getaway with the goddesses every year. And I have to say, this is so much deserved for people here at Athena's. And the owner of Athena's, Jen Joliker, she's just so wonderful. She's always giving to us. There's so much that you can earn. Trips for free, which I just mentioned, I go on every year. There's no way I'm missing that, okay? I have met my best friends on these trips and made the best, most beautiful memories on these trips. But it's like Vegas, right? Whatever happens there stays there. But it's so much fun. And then you get to unwind and relax like you deserve to, and go on vacation like you deserve to. And then I bring my family on another trip, which this past year I brought them on the Disney Magic Cruise. And I paid for that in a weekend's worth of work. 8 days on the Disney Magic. Price that out. It's not cheap, and we could have never done it before Athena's. And now I do. So one trip with my family every year, one trip with Athena's with just my husband, because that's sanity, every year as well. So that's one thing that you can earn. Also, maid service for a year. She gives away 3 of these. Okay, not just 1, 3. So when I built my house, I've actually been honored enough to be able to be one of the people that have won it. I built my house 5 years ago and I haven't touched a toilet, which is nice. So could you use a maid? You can earn that just working your business. And it's not a tier, so you don't have to start off real low and then work your way up. You can start earning those tickets into that maid service for a year right out of the gate. Another thing, the treasure box. Jen Jellicoe locks $10,000 in a treasure box every year, and somebody opens it.